Right, we're going to be looking at solving equations in this particular example. I've got 3 examples for you that look at a few different ways of doing it. First one, we've got 7x plus 18 equals 74. What we're trying to do is work out what is the value of x that will times by 7 and then have 18 added to it. So we'll give an answer of 74. Because there are 2 things that have happened to x, there are going to be 2 steps to solve it. First of all, writing out our equation again. As I said, x has been times by 7 and then has 18 added to it. In solving equations, we always want to do the opposite. And the opposite of the last step of adding 18 is to take away 18. We're going to do it to the left-hand side, which will take away this 18 here, leaving us with 7x. To keep the equation balanced, if you think of it like a scales, we've got to do the same to the right-hand side as well, which leaves us with 56. As I said, x has been times by 7, so we need to do the opposite of this and divide by 7. If you divide 7 x's into 7 equal parts, each part will be x. And doing the same to the right hand side, dividing 56 by 7 will leave us with 8. And that goes into the answer bit on the right. Moving on to the next question, you can see it's slightly different. We've got some brackets involved, and according to Bidmas, that's the first thing we need to do. So, expanding the brackets, we get 4 times 2y, which is 8y, and we get 4 times negative 5, which is negative 20, and that's equal to 32. Same process again, we've got to undo the steps. So y has been times by 8 and then has 20 taken away from it. So we're first of all going to add on 20, which will get rid of this term here, leaving us with 8y on the left hand side, and then if we add on 20 to the right hand side as well, we get 52. Don't be alarmed that you recognise 8 doesn't go into 52. That won't be a problem, and we'll check that we're right in a moment. Next step is we've got 8y's. We only want the 1, so we're going to divide by 8. And do the same to the other side as well. Now you'll notice that 8 goes into 52 6 times, with a remainder of 4. So actually that means that y is equal to 6 4/8, or 6 1/2. And if we write that as a decimal, that would be 6.5. If you're ever unsure about your answer, you can always check. And that's by putting the value you found back into the equation. So if we do that, we've got 4 and then brackets 2 times 6.5 minus 5. And if we've got the right answer, it should work out to be 32. Now if we first of all do 2 times 6.5, we get 13. And 13 take away 5 is 8, which gives us 32. So that's what we wanted, and therefore we're right to put an answer of 6.5. But one more question, which the difference with this one is there are unknowns on both sides. But of course there's also a bracket on the right hand side. So the first thing we're going to do is expand the brackets again. So 5p plus 7 is equal to 3 times 4, which is 12 minus 3p. Now we've got various things we could do. First of all, you'll notice there's p's on both sides. I only want them to be on one side ideally, and I'm going to pick the side with the most p's on. There are negative 3p's on the right hand side, 5p's on the left hand side. So we're going to move everything onto the left hand side in terms of p. If there's a minus 3p on that side, then I'm going to need to add on 3p. That will give me 8p's on this left hand side. The numbers won't change, 7 and 12, because we haven't done anything to the numbers. We're only dealing with the p terms. And if we add on 3p to this side, then that goes away. If we then take away 7 from both sides, that leaves us with 8, and dividing both sides by 8 means that p is equal to 1.